Tonight, fight fans around the world were ready for one explosive showdown. Two dangerous punchers. Two aggressive warriors. Two men who never like to take a step backward. On one side, we had the Filipino knockout artist Riel Casimero. Known for his explosive power, wild confidence, and fearless fighting style, Casimero entered the ring with one goal: domination. He was not here to play safe. He was here to make a statement. On the other side stood the Mexican warrior Luis Nery. Fast hands. Sharp combinations. Ruthless pressure. Nery had built his name by destroying opponents and proving he could finish fights early. This was not just another boxing match. This was pride. This was legacy. This was Philippines vs Mexico. Fans were divided. Some believed Casimero's power would be too much. Others believed Nery's speed and pressure would break Casimero down. But everyone agreed on one thing: this fight would not be boring. And when the bell rang, war began. Days before the fight, tension was already building. At the press conference, both fighters looked calm, but everyone could feel the fire underneath. Casimero smiled confidently. He told reporters, "I'm ready. I will knock him out. He talks too much. In the ring, I will shut his mouth." Nery responded with equal confidence. "I respect him, but respect ends when the bell rings. I will beat him and prove I'm better." The face-off was intense. Neither man blinked. Neither man stepped back. Fans knew immediately, this was personal. Training camp footage showed both men working hard. Casimero was sharp. Heavy bag work. Fast mid-sessions. Explosive shadow boxing. His trainers focused on timing, counter punches, and body attacks. They knew Nery liked to rush forward. The plan was simple: catch him coming in. Make him pay. Meanwhile, Nery trained like a machine. Road work early in the morning. Hard sparring sessions. Endless combination drills. His team wanted non-stop pressure. No space. No breathing room. No easy rounds for Casimero. Both men looked ready. Both men looked dangerous. Fight night was coming. The arena was electric. Fans filled every seat. Philippine flags waved proudly. Mexican fans shouted with passion. The energy was unbelievable. Commentators kept repeating the same words: "This could be fight of the year." Every camera focused on the tunnel. Everyone waited for the first entrance. The lights dimmed. Music hit. And the crowd exploded. First to walk was Luis Nery. He came out focused. No smile. No wasted movement. Just serious eyes and full concentration. His team followed closely behind him. As he walked toward the ring, Mexican fans roared loudly. He raised one fist in the air. This was business. No emotion. Only war. The commentators said, "Nery looks locked in tonight. He knows how important this fight is." He entered the ring slowly, stretching his shoulders, bouncing lightly on his feet. He looked calm. But inside, the storm was coming. Then, the lights changed again, and the crowd became even louder. Riel Casimero was coming. Casimero walked with confidence. Big smile. Big energy. Big superstar entrance. He pointed at the crowd. He danced slightly. He looked like a man who already believed he had won. The Filipino fans were going crazy. They shouted his name again and again. Casimero. 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 He entered the ring and immediately stared at Nery. No words. Just eye contact. Pure tension. The referee gave final instructions. Both fighters nodded. They touched gloves. But there was no friendship there. Only respect for danger. The bell was about to ring. And the world was watching. The fight begins. Both fighters started carefully. No wild attacks yet. Just small movements. Sharp eyes. Casimero used feints early. He wanted Nery to react. Nery stayed patient. Jab to the body. Jab upstairs. Very smart opening. Casimero fired a quick right hand. It landed partially. The crowd reacted immediately. Nery answered with a left hook. Fast. Sharp. Clean. Casimero smiled. He liked it. Now both men started exchanging. Nothing too crazy yet, but the speed was real. Casimero targeted the body. Nery worked behind the jab. Very close round. In the final seconds, Casimero landed a strong counter right. Big moment. The crowd exploded. Round ends. A strong opening. Round 2 started faster. Now both men were more comfortable. Nery increased pressure. He moved forward aggressively. Left hand to the body. Right jab upstairs. He was trying to trap Casimero near the ropes. Casimero stayed calm. He slipped, moved, and countered. Beautiful uppercut inside. That got attention. Nery answered immediately with a 3-punch combination. Boom. 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 Very clean work. Casimero fired back with a huge right hand. The crowd screamed. Nery took it well. Strong chin. No fear. Mid-round, both fighters stood in the center and traded punches. No running. No holding. Just pure boxing violence. Commentators shouted, "This is exactly what fans wanted." In the final 20 seconds, Nery landed the cleaner combinations. That may have stolen the round. Round ends. Now the real fight started. Casimero came out more aggressive. He attacked early. Hard jab. Right hand. Left hook downstairs. He wanted to slow Nery's pressure. And it worked. Nery took a step back. Casimero saw it and pushed forward. He landed another right hand. Big shot. Nery responded with speed. Fast left hand over the top. Excellent timing. Casimero nodded. Respect. Both fighters were now fully engaged. Sweat flying. Crowd screaming. Every punch mattered. Late in the round, Casimero landed a brutal body shot. Nery clearly felt it. He backed up for a moment. That was huge. Casimero tried to finish strong. But Nery survived smartly. Bell rings. Strong round for Casimero. He was building momentum. Nery's corner told him, "Use your feet. Don't stay there too long." And he listened. Round 4 showed a smarter Nery. More movement. Better angles. He was not standing still anymore. Casimero chased him. Sometimes too much. That allowed Nery to counter beautifully. Sharp left hand. Fast right hook. Very clean boxing. Casimero still had power. Every time he punched, danger followed. But Nery was winning the technical battle this round. Mid-round, a strong exchange happened near the ropes. Casimero landed a right. Nery answered with 4 punches. That sequence impressed the judges. Final seconds. Nery landed a beautiful uppercut inside. Excellent shot. Bell rings. Best round for Nery so far. Fight getting very close. This round felt important. Both corners knew it. Casimero came out with serious pressure. No dancing now. No smiling. Pure focus. He jabbed hard. Then boom. Huge overhand right. Nery was shaken. The crowd exploded. Casimero rushed forward. He smelled danger. Left hook. Right hand. Body shot. Nery held his ground somehow. Incredible toughness. He fired back even while hurt. Warrior mentality. This became the biggest exchange of the fight. Punches everywhere. Fans standing. Commentators yelling. Nobody sitting down. Nery slowly recovered and started boxing again. Very impressive survival. But the damage was done. Casimero clearly won the round. Possibly a 10-9 with big momentum shift. Now the fight reached championship intensity. Both fighters were breathing heavier. Faces showed damage. But neither man slowed down. Nery returned with smart pressure. He attacked the body. Very important adjustment. Left hook downstairs. Right hand upstairs. Casimero's movement slowed slightly. That body work mattered. Casimero still looked dangerous with counters. Especially the right hand. But Nery was controlling pace better now. He stayed busy. Judges notice activity. Casimero landed one huge shot late. Again, the crowd reacted. But Nery answered with volume. This round was hard to score. Very close. Maybe slight edge to Nery due to work rate. At halfway point. This fight was exactly as advertised. Explosive. Violent. Unpredictable. And it was far from over. The second half of the fight began, and now both fighters knew there was no room for mistakes. This was where champions separate themselves from contenders. Casimero came out first from his corner, breathing deeply but looking calm. Nery followed, bouncing lightly, still dangerous. Ding ding. Round 7 started with immediate pressure from Nery. He wanted control. Fast jab. Sharp left hand. Body attack. He was trying to break Casimero slowly. Casimero waited. Patient. Watching. Then suddenly. Boom. Massive right hand counter from Casimero. Nery's head snapped back. The crowd exploded again. That was huge. Casimero rushed in. Left hook. Uppercut. Another right hand. Nery backed up for the first time in several rounds. This was danger. Real danger. But Nery showed incredible heart. He survived, moved, and answered with combinations of his own. That response impressed everyone. No fear. No panic. Just war. The final minute became another brutal exchange. Both men standing in the center. Trading bombs. Neither backing down. Bell rings. Big round for Casimero. His power was changing everything. Now the pressure shifted. Nery's corner was urgent. They told him, "You need this round. Stay smart. Use combinations." And he listened. Round 8 was one of Nery's best technical rounds. He stopped chasing power and focused on precision. Jab. Left hand. Step out. jab, hook, move. Beautiful boxing. Casimero looked dangerous but slightly slower now. The body shots from earlier rounds were adding up. Nery kept touching him with clean shots. Nothing massive, but consistent scoring. Very smart work. Casimero landed a hard right near the end. That reminded everyone he was still dangerous. But overall, Nery controlled the round. Clean work. Sharp timing. Easy round for Nery. The fight was still very close. Round 9 felt like the turning point. Whoever won this round could take control of the entire fight. Both fighters knew it. No wasted movement. No smiling. Only serious eyes. Ding ding. Casimero attacked early. He doubled the jab and went straight to the body. Smart move. Nery answered with speed upstairs. Excellent combination punching. Then, big left hook from Nery. Casimero felt that one. He stepped back. Crowd reacted loudly. Now Nery pushed forward. He smelled opportunity. 3-punch combo. Another left hand. Right to the body. This was pressure. Casimero stayed composed and fired a brutal counter uppercut. Huge shot. Nery ate it. Unbelievable chin. The final 30 seconds were absolute chaos. Punches flying from both sides. Fans screaming. Commentators shouting over each other. Bell rings. Very close round. Maybe slight edge to Nery. But impossible to feel safe with either score. Championship rounds were approaching. Fatigue was now a major factor. Sweat everywhere. Heavy breathing. Swollen faces. But still, neither man quit. Round 10 started with slower movement. Not because they were tired. Because every shot now could decide the fight. Casimero landed a strong jab. Then another. He was setting traps. Nery tried to answer. Boom. Massive overhand right from Casimero. Nery stumbled. The crowd went wild. Casimero attacked immediately. This was his biggest chance. Left hook. Right hand. Uppercut. Nery grabbed, survived, moved. Veteran instincts. Very smart. The referee watched closely. Some people thought a knockdown might come. But Nery refused to fall. He fought back bravely in the final minute. Still throwing. Still dangerous. But the round clearly belonged to Casimero. Huge momentum. Possibly the biggest round of the fight. Now everything was on the line. Both corners were shouting. This is the fight. Round 11 began with both men showing pure heart. No one was fresh anymore. Only willpower remained. Nery knew he needed something special. He attacked with urgency. Fast combinations. Constant pressure. No time to rest. Casimero answered with heavy counters. He wanted the knockout. Every right hand looked dangerous. Mid-round. Huge exchange near the ropes. Nery landed first. Casimero answered harder. Then both fired at the same time. The arena exploded. Fans were standing again. This was war. No strategy now. Only survival and pride. Late in the round, Nery landed a clean left hand followed by a right hook. Very sharp. That may have stolen the round. Bell rings. Extremely close. Slight edge to Nery by activity. Everything would now depend on the final round. The final round. 12 rounds of violence had brought us here. One last round. One last chance. The referee called both men forward. He looked them in the eyes. Protect yourselves at all times. They nodded. Ding ding. Round 12 began with immediate action. No waiting. No feeling out. Both fighters knew the truth. Leave everything here. Casimero came forward aggressively. Right hand to the body. Left hook upstairs. Nery answered instantly. Sharp jab. Left hand. Beautiful counter. Both men were exhausted. But both were still dangerous. Halfway through the round. Huge right hand from Casimero. Nery fired back instantly. Neither man wanted to give judges an easy decision. The final minute became unforgettable. Pure madness. Punch after punch. No defense. Only offense. The crowd was losing its mind. Commentators screaming, "This is boxing." Final 10 seconds. Both fighters stood in the center. Trading until the bell. No fear. No retreat. Ding ding. Fight over. Both men raised their hands. Both believed they had won. The crowd applauded loudly. This was a true war. Waiting for the decision. Now came the hardest part. Waiting. Both fighters sat in their corners. Sweating. Breathing heavily. Thinking. Did they do enough? Fans debated everywhere. Some said Casimero's power won the fight. Others believed Nery's combinations and activity stole it. Commentators were split. This could go either way. The ring announcer stepped forward. Scorecards in hand. Silence filled the arena. Everyone waited. Ladies and gentlemen. After 12 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Even louder reactions. Everything came down to the final card. For the winner, by majority decision, Riel Casimero. The arena exploded. Filipino fans celebrated wildly. Casimero jumped on the ropes, screaming with emotion. Victory. Huge victory. Statement made. Legacy strengthened. Nery looked disappointed but calm. He knew he had fought like a warrior. No shame. Only respect. Casimero grabbed the microphone. Big smile. Big energy. He shouted, "I told you. I told everybody. I am still here. I am still dangerous." The crowd cheered. He continued, "Nery is strong. Respect to him. But tonight, I showed I am the better fighter." Then he looked directly into the camera. "I want bigger fights. I want champions. Anybody." Classic Casimero. Confidence never missing. Then Nery spoke. He said, "It was a close fight. I respect the decision. I gave everything tonight. True professionalism." He added, "If fans want it, we can do it again." And the crowd loved that. Because honestly, everyone wanted the rematch. This was not just a boxing match. This was a war. Casimero proved his power still changes fights. Nery proved his toughness and skill belong at the highest level. Both men earned respect. Both men gave fans something unforgettable. This was the kind of fight boxing needs. No running. No excuses. Just two warriors testing heart, power, and pride. And when it ended, only one man stood as the winner. Riel Casimero. But both men left the ring like champions.